Hello, my name is Kentaro Yumito, the student of University of Aizu. I'll talk about Mr. Yuki Komatsubara's research, graphical affect-based animation of facial expression based on Mind Twitter stream. First, I'll talk about introduction of this study. There are two technologies. One is Live 2D. The other is Twitter. These are very different, but both of them are great technologies. Live 2D is a tool which makes 2D model like 3D model. It is called Live 2D model. In addition, it can animate 2D image. Twitter is a mini blog service. There are many users of Twitter in the world. In this study, he will combine these two technologies. Next is about goal of this study. The goal of this study is to implement a web application. What kind of application? It is that Live 2D model changes the face expression to fit tweet of Twitter. It is combination of Live 2D and Twitter. In this study, he tried to implement 5 face expressions. These are neutral, happy, sad, angry, and confused. There are some related researches. First is Daniel Weisberg's research, creating English and Japanese Twitter cobra for emotion analysis. It is a study about Twitter and human emotion analysis. Second is Yujun Chen's research, text to avatar in large model, human-computer interface. Finally, David Karlscher's research, positive words carry less information than negative words. Next slide is about implementation. He built Live 2D model at first. There are 3 processes to make a Live 2D model. First, he made an image for Live 2D model. Live 2D model is 2D image, so he must do this at first. He used paint tool called Psi. Next, he associated movement to this model. In this study, Live 2D model should move in order to change a face expression. He used a tool called Live 2D Cubism Model. Finally, he animated this model. After the second step, Live 2D model can move, so he animated the Live 2D model by using tool called Live 2D Cubism Animator. After he built Live 2D model, he implemented getting tweets and text mining in PHP. PHP can get Twitter's home timeline without having to get code in the API limit. In addition, he made word list in JSON format. This word list divides 5 categories: neutral, happy, angry, sad, and confused. if this word list used, the application can do text mining. Next, he implemented JavaScript and AJAX. These can communicate with web page and can be performed automatically to update data. After that, he implemented switching of Live2D model. The switching is that Live2D model is always via neutral state when it changes expression. For example, if Live2D model changes the expression from happy to angry, it changes in order of happy to neutral to angry. It is always via neutral state. As a result, this application worked the 4 steps. When we started to use this application first, Live2D model was basic motion. At the same time, PHP ran and got tweet. Next, tweet was compared with word list in JSON format. After that, tweet data gotten every 3 seconds was displayed, like the upper part of picture. Finally, Live2D model got result by 5 seconds, like the lower part of picture. So, the application is completed, but there are some problems. In Live2D side, there are 2 problems. First problem is that Live2D model took a few seconds to get result. As I described previous slide, it took 5 seconds to get result. It is little late. Second problem is that it is occurred posterization, like this picture. When Live2D model convert into 16-bit image, it is bad for appearance. In text mining side, the accuracy of text mining is low. For example, although a tweet has a negative sentence, it will often output opposite expression. But this problem has an obvious reason. The reason is that it gave priority to movement of Live2D in this study. Finally, I'll talk about conclusion and future work. First, he wants to solve sub-problems described with previous pages. Second, he wants to operate 2 or more Twitter accounts. In this study, he operated only 1 Twitter account. In fact, it's not enough. Third, he wants to extend word list. Finally, he wants to improve usability of Live2D model to create different model. Thank you for listening.